Today I'm going to talk about a tool that I have known for a while, but actually only really started paying attention to and using more frequently as of lately. And that is style words. In this video, I'm going to explain what style words are, how you can find your style words, and how you can use them to help you curate and develop your own personal style. Style words are words that you choose to describe your personal style. And they will ultimately help you to build and curate your wardrobe more focused on the style you want to build, and also help you put together outfits that represent your style. As a lot of things within fashion, the number 3 is kind of magical, and it's no different for style words. So the ideal number of style words you should look for are 3. 1 or 2 style words is just not enough to describe your personal style. 3 is a number that helps you find balance without overwhelming yourself. You can put in more words if you want, but I personally prefer to keep it at 3 basic core style words and then add secondary words that aren't as present in your style. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later in the video. The first thing you need to do is figure out what your style words are. One way to figure out what your style words are is to think about which words you would like to use to describe the way you want to be perceived. So how do you want people to think about you when they see you? One of my style words is elegant, and that's how I want to be perceived by people that see me. Whenever people meet up with me, I want them to feel that I am very elegant. And so take some time to think about what image you want to transmit to other people and what words fit into that image. You do not need to get all 3 of your words through this method, but I do recommend you try to give this a little bit of thought because it will help you feel more confident when you're wearing your clothing. The second method of figuring out your style words is to look to your style inspirations. I am a big fan of curating images that inspire me, and I do recommend you try to do something similar. I use Pinterest for this, and I will pin any image that I feel represents the style I want to build. I started this a few years ago, and I have already abandoned the first board I made because it has nothing to do with the style that I am striving for right now. And so I started a new, fresh board about a year or 2 ago, and I still maintain that one. What you're going to do is you're going to go through these images that inspire you, and you're going to try to find a common theme or common themes. If I look through my current style board, I can see that I have a lot of outfits that have tailored elements in them. And so I decided that tailored is one style word that I want to incorporate into my style words. I also notice that a lot of the outfits that I pin are very classic, which to me means that I could have worn this outfit 10, 20, 30 years ago and it would still look fashionable today, and hopefully it will still look fashionable in 10, 20, 30 years. And for me, that's a classic outfit. So classic is also a style word that I have incorporated for myself. It might take you a few tries to really get a grip of what style words you see present in your inspiration photos. But I do feel that this method is really good to describe your style without it being necessarily a way that you present yourself to people. Different from the word elegant, which is the way I want people to perceive me, tailored is more of the way I want the outfit itself to look and the pieces to look. The same thing goes with the style word classic, which has a lot more to do with the pieces themselves and how I put them together than the way I want to be perceived. Having a mixture of words that include the way you want to be perceived with how you want the clothing and outfits to actually fit and feel will help you get a more rounded and balanced style overall. Those are my 3 base style words, and most of my wardrobe will be made up of pieces that I find fit those style words. But for me personally, I also think that sometimes I want to deviate a little bit from that style and have a different style for specific occasions. When I go out to an event or maybe to the club or to a bar, I will essentially keep my 3 style words, but I like to add a little bit something extra, and that's where my secondary style word comes in. And for me, that style word is alluring, because I like to have a little bit more sexiness when I go out at night, and that differs a little bit from my everyday casual or workwear outfit and what I want to transmit through those 3 basic style words that I already have. This means that you're going to want to present yourself a certain way most of the time, but sometimes you want to present yourself a little bit differently depending on the occasion. And like I said, for me, this is when I go out on a date or when I go out to the club or to a bar, anything more nocturnal, I would say. But for you, it might be the way you present yourself at work, or the way you present yourself on the weekends, or the way you present yourself when you go off on holiday. With a secondary style word, this doesn't mean that you are automatically going to dress completely different from what you dress on the day-to-day, but it will mean that you're going to start to incorporate a few pieces in lesser quantity in your wardrobe that will help you bring that out when mixed with your base style words. Now that we figured out how to find our style words, let's figure out how to use them. There are basically 2 ways that you're going to use your style words. That is when you decide what to bring into your closet, and also how to put together your outfits. Ideally, every piece that you have in your closet will fit at least one of your style words. After you figure out what your style words are, you can go through your closet and analyze each piece of clothing and understand if they fit into the style words that you chose or not. You're going to do the same thing when you go shopping for new pieces. When you're in a store and you pick out a piece, before you take it to the fitting room, you are going to ask yourself, does this fit into my style words? Make a rule for yourself that you will only take home pieces that have at least one style word attached to it. I find that the more style words it has, the more you'll feel like yourself when you wear it. So for me, when I find a piece that is elegant, that is classic, and that is tailored, that's when I'm going to feel my best self while wearing that outfit. For example, I have found that I have been accumulating a suspicious number of button-up shirts in my closet the last few years, and it's very obvious when I think about my style words because button-up shirts fit into all 3 of them. Button-up shirts are elegant, they're classic, and they're tailored. I definitely feel like myself when I wear them, and it's because they match my style words. It isn't realistic to think that every piece that you're going to put into your closet is going to have all of your style words. You're probably just going to get really frustrated in trying to find the perfect formula for everything that you buy. So instead, think about having the minimum of 1, but ideally 2 or 3. It's also important to think about proportions. So maybe one of your style words is more important to you than the other ones, which means that you'll probably want to give that one more emphasis when you buy new pieces than the other ones. You might want to split up your style words in 30%, 30%, 30%, and then 10% of that secondary style word. Or you might want to give a little bit more emphasis on one of your style words. So suppose you want to give 40% to one of your style words, and then you're going to give 25 and 25% to the other two, and then 10% to that last secondary style word. And of course, the math will change depending on how many style words you have chosen, and the percentages will change depending on how many of those pieces you want in your wardrobe. If you find yourself filling your wardrobe with a lot of your secondary style word, you're probably going to want to promote it to base style word and rethink what your style words are. If this video has been helpful thus far, please click the like button to let me know. Thank you. Now let's talk about how you're going to use style words to put together outfits that make you feel the most like yourself. It might take a while before you curate your closet so that all of your pieces represent your style word in some form. You're probably still going to have some pieces left over from before you started doing this exercise. And that is not a problem in any way. And this is something that I recently learned for myself and have been practicing more often, which is to use my style words while putting together my outfit. So every piece that I put on, I will think, how many style words does this represent? The more style words it represents, the easier it will be for me to feel like myself when I'm wearing that outfit. So if I choose a top and a bottom that only have one of my style words, I might not feel like I'm representing my personal style the way I would like to. If I am wearing one of my secondary style words and I don't have any of my base style words, I'll probably be able to put together an outfit that I feel is okay, but it probably won't feel like me when I wear it. Not 100% anyways. If you want to see me break down a few of my outfits in accordance to my style words, you can watch this video next. Subscribe if you've been watching a few of my videos and are enjoying them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.